You right?
Yeah.
A bit tired this morning, Burns.
You are?
We're all a bit tired this morning.
I'm not, Dan. I'm like at full capacity.
Full capacity?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let the audience decide from that camera over there with the little bags
I'm
under the eye.
42. I'm bound to have a few minor discrepancies now as well.
Blemishments.
On my face.
Well, good morning everybody and welcome to another Sunday morning show in association with Golfing Days.
Good morning, Dan. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well.
Yeah.
What a week we've had.
What a week we've had indeed. A lot of travel, back on the road.
Yep.
We've had some ups and downs, I would say.
Yeah.
Not on the road, but more on the golf course.
Yeah. It's hard to really sum it up or assess it, isn't it? I suppose me, you and Jordan are all sort of in a state where we need a bit of help, I think. It's probably the right description of it.
What is interesting is, and we'll start with Jordan.
Yeah, okay.
We'll start with Jordan because Jordan, in my opinion, has been playing some fantastic golf.
Yeah, he's gone up a level, I'd say.
This summer. He's been working extremely hard with Coach James over at Torquay to try and sort his game out. He's having regular lessons. And you can see the confidence growing in him as he kind of comes on through those lessons, and he's been kind of talking a good game, shall we say, away from here, his golf out at Torquay.
Yeah.
But it's only when you then come to then playing in a vlog that you then start to see that actually what he's talking about is now starting to really come through and shine through.
Yeah,
which has been fantastic for his game. And it got him into the match play scratch finals at Torquay.
Yeah, which is a brilliant achievement when you consider you've got the likes of Pimdog in it.
Yeah, there's some good players.
You've got some plus handicap golfers. Yeah. You've got some scratch golfers. You know, the standard of Torquay golf team in the sort of elite area is very strong. So, I mean, there's a lot of good players.
There is some good players, and unfortunately, Jordan got into the final and then unfortunately lost in the final. But what it did is, I think it just knocked his confidence. You know, when you get a bit of a defeat, it can knock your confidence a little bit, and that's what we've certainly seen in the last sort of like couple of days when we've been away with him.
Yeah.
And then your game as well.
Yeah, it's so I did have a good round a couple of weeks ago on the Saturday at Churston, which came from absolutely nowhere. No idea where it came from, but it was hit 16 greens in reg, and I started to hit the ball like I did about 10 years ago, but I don't know why. And I was hoping that then I would sort of maybe build a little bit on that, but it was literally an Indian summer, wasn't it? I don't know. I've just got so many sort of thoughts at the moment. I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah. But I've got a final today that I'm going to be playing, and then after then I'm literally going to try and...
So is that a singles final?
Singles final, yeah. So I'm just going to try and get through that, try and hit a few good swings, and then really work over the winter. I'm not going to put the clubs away, but there's going to be more practice than playing. Okay. Trying to get that balance right again, and then seek a bit of professional help and try and get the game back into a sort of a better level. But I'm just a bit all... I don't really know what I'm doing, I'll be honest with you. And getting some advice off people when they're watching, which is... I know they mean well, but it's not actually that helpful, to be honest.
No, it isn't. No,
it's adding more to it, and I'm like...
It floods you.
You know, the putter one's a great one. I got half the people telling me I'm hitting everything out the toe, and then half the people telling me I'm hitting out the heel, so... Yeah.
So and then it moves actually quite nicely into my game, which I was trying to think back as to when things started to go a little bit wrong for me, and it was Woburn. I think when I got to Woburn, whether I was just a little bit tight, as in we'd been filming all morning, driven up there, filming all morning, then playing a very tight golf course. And then I started hitting it a little bit all over the place, and then my confidence literally fell off the edge of a cliff. And it may look okay on the surface when you watch me play, but inside it is going like a trooper. And there's so many swing thoughts that I've got going on within my game. Anyway, Friday, just gone, I'd had enough. I booked in a golf lesson. I went and seeked some help from now a friend of mine, Alex Clapp, and we're going to try and sort of work our way around it this winter and see if there's any way I can try and just get my game back into a bit of consistency, really, and just lose those thoughts.
I think it's so important to have a swing thought or some ideas of what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
then you've got something to work with and towards, and then you can, you know, you can almost accept if your golf's not as good as you'd want it to be, because you're making those changes and you're working and you'll hit enough good shots to think, well, yeah, that's working, that I can get this sort of ingrained. But it's good to have an idea, isn't it?
It is. It is.
And
good
that,
to
I mean,
have
even the top pros, they have regular lessons, coaches. We saw that. I mean, that brings us nicely into this week where we've been, and we saw firsthand on the Challenge Tour that they've all got TrackMans or GC quads in their hand, and they're all working on specific numbers. But they've also got a number of coaches with them and people that are helping them all the time. And if they're using the tech and also instruction, then it shows that us mere mortals need to as well, doesn't it?
I actually think we're a little bit of a potential lucky charm for these golf pros, you know? I don't know why.
It's been said. There's a few.
There's been some comments, isn't there?
Well, when we were on the tour this week, I did hear a few whispers going around there. Get near those two boys, they were saying. I don't know what they meant by that.
Them two, and you'll be good to go. So this week we've been at St Mellion. So early part of the week we were down at St Mellion on the Tuesday doing some filming with a chap called Stephen Tiley. Now Steve I've known him for a little while, as in, like, when I caddied for Paul at Tour School, he was at Tour School and played with Paul a couple of times. So I've kind of known him in the past.
The Short Game Doctor.
The Short Game Doctor on Instagram. Go and check him out. However, we went down and did some filming with him. We created 3 videos, which you will soon see soon. They'll be coming out very shortly. But we did the interview with him. Anyway, he only went and shot 5 under in round 1 and leading the tournament. Yeah,
so they've got it's a Challenge Tour event, so it's sort of the 2nd division, one below DP World Tour. It's the stepping stone onto the main tour. You've got guys that have played on the main tour, had tour cards that have dropped down. You've got up and coming players that are on the journey upwards. You've got some guys that are approaching senior tour. So you've got a nice blend of golfers, which was great to see. The tournament was well run, wasn't it? And we were lucky enough that they allowed us access to film, and thanks to Steve for letting us do what we did, because it was brilliant. It was a great experience.
Really, he opened
a really nice
up,
guy,
really nice guy. Really opened up, gave us some great insights into
some great tips.
What life is all about on tour, but how he warms up, how he dials in his numbers, what he gets up to when he thinks way around a golf course that he's never seen before, which St Mellion is one that he's never seen before.
How to prep for tournaments, and also his what's in the bag was a little bit quirky, wasn't it?
Cool, wasn't it?
That's definitely worth watching. So those videos will be coming soon. But
and a big thank you to Challenge Tour for allowing us out there to do it, because I've been really keen to get access to one of these tours, and it's not that easy. People think, oh, you can just go and have interviews with these pros all the time, but it's not 100%. That easy. These guys are very reserved in what media stuff they do. They are the actual tours themselves. They don't really allow access. They want to know exactly what you're up to and blah blah blah. So having an opportunity to get out onto the Challenge Tour with the up and comings, the people you're going to be watching from years to come now, is brilliant, and I hope we can do more with it.
Yeah, it was a brilliant opportunity. I know I get all the time, why don't you speak to such and such, get them on the channel, get them to play. But they've got to remember this, for these guys and girls, it's their livelihood, it's their job.
Yeah.
Even hanging around with us for a day on a Tuesday before the tournament starts on a Thursday is a big commitment. They want to be hitting balls and prepping for a tournament.
Yeah.
As much as as much as they give us the time, it's precious time before a tournament. So,
it really is. Yeah.
It's not always as simple as gaining access to these people. So anyone that gives us the time, we're very appreciative, and we try and use it to our best of our ability, which I think we really did.
I think you're right. I think we absolutely did, and I can't wait for these videos to come out, because they are going to be they're nuggets of information that we can all learn something from.
Yeah.
Really can. Moving on then, East Devon Golf Club. Obviously we created this documentary style video, and there was some really interesting comments when it came to... A little bit different
to what we normally do, isn't it? Which was, it was, you did a really good job filming, and then credit to Johnny and yourself for
putting it together,
pacing it together into a documentary style vlog, which was just so different, unique. And I mean, like I said, I'm not really into course design, and it's not an aspect or area of golf I'm that bothered about, but I mean, I not only enjoyed filming it and being there and listening to it, but the video was, as Jordan would say, world class.
Well, it did actually start out to be, and it was going to be a Sunday morning show, wasn't it? We planned to go up there and create it as a Sunday morning show. But because of the information and the opportunity that was there, we thought, do you know what? We got halfway through this filming of it, and we're like, this is a standalone video. This needs to be on its own, and to showcase what they're doing up there is some amazing things. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'd like to hear down in the comments what you thought of it. I know those types of videos don't necessarily generate lots of comments. But if you did watch it and didn't comment on the video, please just drop a little line down the bottom there. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see more of that sort of thing? I think there's so many opportunities out there to create a documentary style video of certainly golf course design and greenkeeping and just behind the scenes of golf, you know. So yeah, please drop a link, drop down the comments down there.
But from St Mellion we drove straight up to Kent. Yeah. So we went and stayed at Sweet Woods Park.
Yeah.
Little Airbnb sort of accommodation on site.
Yeah. Little farmhouse.
We did a couple of days filming up there, didn't we? Which was brilliant.
We got 2 ladder matches done, which was great.
Around Sweetwood.
There's 2 ladder matches now been filmed around Sweetwood. We weren't planning on trying to get the second one done, but because of the break in the weather, we were able to get out there and get that filmed as well, which is fantastic.
We were really lucky, really, because we filmed 1 match in the morning. We went off earlier than we were supposed to. They allowed us an earlier tee time. The heavens opened for like 3-4 hours in the middle of the day when it was unplayable. I mean, even without cameras, you couldn't have really played.
No.
And then the weather broke, and we managed to get another match in, which was superb.
Which was perfect. And then the next day, we jumped in the car, drove about 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes to East Sussex National, and I've got to say, like, we played the west course of there's 2 courses. There's the east course and they got the west course, and the east course is where they've held the majority of their championships, and the west course is kind of like their members golf course, but at 7,100 yards off the tees that we decided to play off. Monster, but apps loved it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Absolutely loved it, and well worth a visit for anybody.
Golf course with it's got some great facilities as well. You've got like a massive health club and gym, leisure centre with it, and a big hotel. And I was speaking to a couple of people there, and apparently quite a lot of the football teams, when they're playing Brighton, because Brighton's not actually football club is not in Brighton, it's slightly away from it.
Is it? Right,
sort of 20 minutes from the golf club. So a lot of the football teams stay there and use it as their base. And it was an impressive place, wasn't it? And we saw some boards, didn't we?
We saw there's like a load of honours boards down there where what they call it, Trophy Row or something along those lines, where all the European Tour events and Challenge Tour events and Euro Pro Tour events were played out there, and you've got all the names up there. And
I like the way that they listed on the tournament. They had everyone that made the cut. So if you made the cut, you were on a whole board. I mean, there were some great names on there. We saw people we know him, but like John Bickerton was.
He was on there.
He was second on one event, and then it was brilliant to see with loads of West Country and people that we'd played with or spoke to over the past few years that were sort of on there as well. It was brilliant to see, wasn't it?
Absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait. And I think we're going to try and do another trip up there at some point where we're actually going to vlog Sweetwoods Park. You know, 4 of us probably, and then heading over and doing the East course at East Sussex National. So I'm looking forward to that little revisit, should we say.
Yeah.
I've got something that I would like to just bring up and just clear up a little bit if possible. Nothing controversial.
I've got no idea what you're going to say.
No, I know you don't. No.
I'm like, ooh.
Talking about the main channel, talking about DHG Plus.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So our objective with DHG, we wanted to split the channels. Okay, so we wanted to create DHG Plus and grow that as a channel to do coaching, do reviewing, do equipment testing, whatever it would be. We would put everything over onto DHG Plus and then keep the main channel as a vlogging channel. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say major backfire.
Doesn't work, does it?
But the difficulty was, or is, we are trying to grow the main channel as well. And what's happened is the main channel has taken a massive nosedive when it came to getting out to an audience outside of our normal audience, should we say.
The issue is it's not necessarily searchable content. So the casual YouTube watcher will not come across our vlogs, which then means we won't. The only way we'll grow is if we go to a golf club and the golf club maybe push it a little bit, and you'll pick up the odd sub who might just watch their particular golf course and be like, oh yeah, I like that. Or someone might be searching for a golf club, but even then it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get into the search engine. So it just wasn't, it just stagnated and we were stuck on a level, which would have been okay if we were sort of, you know, in that sort of 100,000 area. It doesn't really matter if you grow as much, although it's nice to grow.
Yeah.
So having that extra channel was not making any additions to the main channel.
Yeah.
So we've changed format, haven't we, slightly?
We've changed format, and we are now focusing on course vlog is going to still be the main focus on the channel, certainly at the first 3 or 4 days of the week. That's going to be the norm. We've got a little bit behind schedule with regards to the amount of course vlogs that we've had in the bank, which is why you've lost a couple of days this last week or so from course vlog. But the second part of the week is very much going to be focused around how do we attract more people into the channel? How do we create content which is searchable content? And we are going to do that through our reviews, through our compares, through our coaching. Anything that is outside of the norm of a vlog will be in that area, and it's going to be very searchable, which means that DHG Plus at this moment in time has just gone to a quiet position. So it's been put on the back burner. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that at this moment in time. However, we're talking about it. We've got ideas. We've got things that we want to try and do with that channel. Yeah. But at this moment in time, the main focus is just keep focusing on the main channel. Let's not try and deal with too much at the same time. So that's why you're not seeing much on the DHG Plus, and a change of tact for the main channel.
It doesn't mean that we're not going to be using it as a primarily a vlog channel. We just, like you said, we just got a little bit behind. Got some good content filmed vlog-wise this week just gone. We've got some more planned in the next few weeks, so hopefully weather dependent we can sort of push on and get a bit more content done. So don't worry about that. We've got a couple of ladder matches we've done, like we said, another vlog, and we've got 2 more planned in the next couple of weeks. A very minimum, so we should have a nice steady flow. Absolutely. And this week we've got a ladder match, haven't we? So we've got another ladder match coming out. We've still got the continuation of the subscribers versus us. So it's on Monday it's me and Tony against you and
we're breaking it up a little bit.
Which is a very good finish. There's some really good golf played in this particular part. It went up a level. I don't know why, but
amazing. Something happened.
Yeah, but it was a really good finish, and the finish is probably the best finish on YouTube.
The most entertaining.
Most unexpected finish.
Unexpected and entertaining, and
so so definitely worth a watch.
There was some massive highs and massive lows through 6 holes.
Through 6 holes, yeah.
So please stay tuned and watch that one, and then as Lester said, we've got the ladder match coming out,
which will be Tuesday, Wednesday, won't it?
Tuesday, Wednesday ladder match, and then we've got some other little bits and pieces going on for the last part of the week. So that's what's going on. Superb. Patreon is steadily moving in the right direction, which is fantastic. We've got nearly 200 members now.
Brilliant. Thank you everyone who's supported that. That really helps. Just takes a bit of pressure off.
If you don't know what the Patreon is, a kind of a members area, should we say, within the channel. We're going to be doing live draws. We're going to do a live show every month, which we'll do that draw on. So if you want to get involved in that,
it costs you basically £3.60 with the VAT.
With the VAT
added. So it's £3.60 a month, but there's good prizes. I mean, we gave away one of the new shot scopes last month, and we also gave away an open T-shirt. You had a live show as well, which was an hour, where you could fire questions at us, and we answered as many as possible.
And I will next week, so next Sunday morning show, I will tell everybody what is going to be drawn, what's going to be given away the following live show for that month.
So I mean, even if you're not interested in the extra content and the live show, you're just the prize draw alone is probably worth subscribing to.
Absolutely right.
Do a little bit of tour news. I quite like a little bit of tour news.
You catch up with the tour news? Wow, bus tour, and then
we're going to stay away from the sort of male side of professional golf. We're going to just say congratulations
to the females,
to Charlie Hull, who won. She won last week. Second time
in the States.
In the States, which is brilliant. So she had a little bit of a gap between the two victories, but she held on, played some lovely golf.
Did she lead from the beginning?
Yeah.
From the front?
From the front, right the way through, which is always, she had some great golfers chasing her, but she held on, played some lovely golf, and it was really good to see.
Yeah, proper golf.
It's always good when, obviously you want to support our own tour, the tour that's based near us, but it's always good when they go over there. And English, for us English winners, which is brilliant. It's good to see. Keeps us on the map, I think. But yeah, congratulations to her, and hopefully she can push on and pick up a major next year.
Yeah, that would be good.
That'd be good, wouldn't
it? Yeah, she's good enough. She should be.
That hopefully will give her a little bit of confidence, because as we said at the start, how important confidence is.
Coming down the stretch then, so here's a question for you.
Okay.
Coming down the stretch.
Yeah.
Ladies Open Championship. Steph Kyriakou, Charlie Hull. Who are you supporting?
Oh, it's a tricky one. Oh. What about Chiara as well?
Yeah.
So, it's a tricky one. I would say it's a really tricky one. I mean, obviously I play golf with Steph. She's not returning my calls anymore.
Understandable.
I'm joking. No, it was private messages. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Mm. We've worked with 2 out of 3, haven't we, so far? So I'd probably like Chiara to win, actually, just because she's up and coming, isn't she? She could be the future of golf. I mean, I wouldn't mind all 3 of them winning, to be honest.
No.
I would say Chiara.
I think when you've actually filmed with someone and you get to know them, I think you then naturally create a support mechanism there. And that was
to be fair, her video was the only one that I really did any editing on ever.
Yeah.
So so 1 out of 1. So I edited her video, didn't I?
Quite close to you then, really.
Yeah.
That one. Cool. That was tough, wasn't it for you?
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
It wasn't for me.
For me, I would definitely say
I'm not an editor.
I'm gonna go. I would definitely choose Steph.
Yeah.
Okay.
I suppose you've done a bit more work for her, because you saw her in.
Yeah, we did some
Saudi,
work in Saudi.
Yeah.
As well as and then because Chiara's just a little bit younger, she can have the next wave.
Okay, brilliant.
All right, and then Charlie can have the one after that.
If Charlie wants to move up this exclusive ladder, then she needs to film. She needs to film with us. So you know what to do.
Simple as that.
Drop into our DMs.
Yeah.
Probably not yours. You're married. Drop into my DMs and we'll sort it out.
There you go.
We make dreams happen.
I think with that on
that note,
I think on that note,
we're done.
We should end the Sunday morning show, Bernie.
Yeah.
I have lots of editing to get done, so I've got to go now and get some bits done. But obviously, a big thank you to everyone for watching. Don't forget, if you are new to our channel,
where have you been?
Where have you been? Hit that subscribe
comment below
button.
how you found us.
Yes.
Where have you been?
Where have you been? Tell us where you've been.
Yeah.
And we'll see everyone next week.
See you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday.